Okay, where's your favorite place to go when you want to be alone? Just leave me alone. I'll be in my room. I'll be down at the beach. Anyone have a favorite place? People have fears for many reasons. Danger is a big one. People fear spiders, heights, snakes, and even going into the water, because there's an element of danger to each of these. Experience is another. Someone who has been burned by a hot stove might have a fear of the stove or even fire. And someone who has been hurt by a dog, even unintentionally, might find dogs to be scary. Discomfort is yet another reason for fear. Some people fear confined spaces and others fear wide open spaces. Some people fear crowds. Some fear rejection, ridicule, and being alone. Being alone isn't always a bad thing, of course. We all have moments we just want to be by ourselves so we can relax, breathe, take a break. But there's a difference between having an alone moment and feeling alone. You feel alone when you want some companionship and no one is around. You feel alone when no one understands you or what you are going through. You feel alone when you've been abandoned or when people have turned against you and left no one on your side. That is the loneliness that all of us fear. And the good news is we are never actually alone. God is always with us, watching over us. He's watching over every child of God who has given their heart to Jesus. And for them, he is just a prayer away. He's there for the people who don't believe in him as well, hoping that they will turn to him and discover he is always there for them too. Today's scripture is actually a continuation of last week's story. You may remember that the prophet Elijah had stood up to the bullies, Ahab and Jezebel. You may remember that after the prophets of a false god had failed to call fire from heaven, God had answered Elijah's prayer and sent fire to consume his offering. It was a great victory for the Lord and for Elijah. So what did Elijah do next? He ran for his life. He ran and hid in a cave, feeling lonelier and sadder than he ever had in his life. But Elijah soon discovered he was not actually alone. So let's read through 1 Kings 19, verses 1 through 18.